demo. Very excited about it. This time we are going to dive into Esoteric Ebb. Personally, this is the demo I am most excited about. I saw a video for it on Reddit, I think like a year ago. I have never tried a demo of it, but I just thought it looked beautiful, looked right up my alley. I need to try this out. So I wishlisted it on Steam just to keep track of its development progress, and then they came out with this demo, and apparently your progress will carry over into the full release once it comes out. So I'm really excited to check it out before deciding if I actually want to purchase this or not, and I'm really excited that you're on this journey with me. There's not much I know about this. The pitch that I saw online was like Disco Elysium meets D&D 5e, and then somebody said it has the humor of Discworld, the Terry Pratchett book series. So I was like, okay, that's all I need. Don't need to know anymore. So let's dive on in. Okay, character creation. Lore uses roles. Every shepherd knows the song. It bellows up the river. Earth lives in the silver of land. And that sliver of land. Torna's lament. Folk prayer. Strength measures your natural bodily prowess alongside a testosterone-fueled mindset. As a man, it is only proper for you to hone your figure and its capabilities. But why? That search for meaning is as vital as the struggle towards competency. Luckily, you already know your cause. To protect the innocent, to lead the weak, to sacrifice until nothing but your bones hit the pavement, to literally die. Become a zealot. Wow. Become a zealot. Regain your honor. Set out on your divine mission. The cleric's unique take on strength. Okay. Cool. So, uses. Higher strength allows you to equip extra items, be violent, and are manly and useful in encounters, religious fervor, and aesthetic nationalism. Ooh. Increased manhood. Okay. Role. A high-strength cleric votes for the party in Norvik. Prays for his dead god. Uses brute force on puzzles. Punches big bad evil guys in the face. Wants to become a real human hero. Loves quests. Simple as. A low-strength cleric is a weak, sniveling rat. Bows down to anyone stronger. Can't handle the banter. Gives up when the going gets tough. Is afraid of women and doesn't care about quests. Interesting. Oh. I like those different art styles. Yeah, that's cool. Whoa, I don't want to give that my proficiency. I'm just reading right now, y'all. Calm down, game. Oh, look at that hand. That's just trippy. I love it. Okay. It is imperative to simply explain to these people they have the right to choose. Belief in oneself is just. Wealth is built from within. Meridoc Moonwatch. Sights beyond reads. Dexterity measures natural reactivity, balance, and poise. The haste with which you express a witty remark are noticed in nervous glance. And of course, your ability to gracefully avoid the consequences of your actions. It's all about risk versus reward. It is that feeling of self-preservation when everything falls apart around you. To grab as much as you can while the grabbing's good. To progress towards a new future full of freedom, so those who look out for themselves can prosper and survive. I promise you, no one else will. With enough dexterity, you can steal anything. Ooh. Pick, lock, and sneak dodge traps. Roll initiative and react quickly as a dashing rogue. Become rich as a Republican revolutionary. Just run away, dummy. Roll. Okay, votes for the revolutionary free striders. Collects piles of shiny coins. Acts first in every encounter. Avoids trouble before it brews. Always has a witty reply. Looks out for himself. Takes big risks and wins every time. Takes big risks and fails every time. Doesn't notice anything in time. Stumbles his own feet. Drops the ball, figuratively and literally. Is slow mentally and physically. Is dirt poor, very embarrassing. Okay, Constitution. Constitution measures your... Oh, sorry. Always listen to your hungry stomach. The Hedonist, a blind manifesto. Constitution measures your natural stamina, both mental and physical. It's how much you can take before going down. The world is harsh and unforgiving. It will beat you to a pulp with words and sticks. So listen to your gut, the instinct that kicks in when you're standing at the pit. It is the voice that speaks nothing but bodily truth. Every choice you make, every emotion you accumulate, even can be traced back to the lower half of that stomach of yours. Follow it. Retain the mortality of fleshy logic. Simple, easy, truthful. Constitution is needed for hit points. Control your body and its esoteric connection. Ooh, your political party pulled 2% last week and you just don't care. Pain is good for you. Roll. High Constitution keeps forgetting there's an election. Focuses on the good things in life. Is tougher than entropy. Keeps his neuroticism in check. Talks with the spirits in the wall. Listens to his gut. Is already dead. Low Constitution cleric will die. Panics over everything. Listens to his gut and is wrong. Has no control of his bodily functions. Can't handle the pain. Has no special connection with the walls. Okay, intelligence. A glorious design. Let those who learn lead. Through merit of ability and nothing else. Intelligence measures your ability to recall, store, and process information. It is your logical reciprocal and calculator. It is only proper for you to hone this pulsing mass within your skull. But why? Simple, pure, unadulterated ego. Knowledge rules the world. So too shall you one day lead the weak. Bring your genius to the masses. If they do not bow, they do not deserve you. You know everything about the past. Therefore, it is only rational that you'll truly know the future as well. Enlighten the ignorant masses. Prepare more spells. Think, plan, execute an actual plan. Ooh, complete the majocratic to vote for yourself. Be a genius without peers. Votes for the best wizard. You. Despises and envies the gods. Solves every mystery thieves. Masters arcane magic. Spouts historical facts for hours. Is dismissive towards those lesser. Knows everything. A low intelligence one knows nothing, is both ignorant and confident. Oh no. Makes up tidbits to seem smart, is barely sentient, cannot intentionally solve mysteries, is an idiot. Duh. Oh man, this is going to be hard to choose. Again, the large crumble upon the heavy forms. The mystical falter at the crucial point. The small rise to the occasion. Half-Wheat's poem. Wisdom measures your awareness, intuition, and ability to understand the world around you, to feel it. You may not know why, but meeting the gaze of another grants you an empathetic bond with her. Her wants and fears, her dreams and hopes. You can read people for good or bad and pick up details others would pass by. It is your belief in the heart of all folk to give and share what you have, and to be completely and utterly selfless. It is the only true road to redemption. Gods only know how hard you try. Empower your spells. Be kind to see the good in all folk. Working class. There are no big bad evil guys. Okay, so you would vote for the Workers' Party. Hates nothing except hierarchies. Embraces his feminine side. Follows his bleeding heart. Masters primal magic. Reads his body language like a champ. Notices all the detail. Low wisdom is an oblivious fool. Misreads cues all the time. Does not think about the lower class. Does not get people. Fails at spotting traps. And is not aware of where he is. Like, what's going on here? I'm so confused. Okay. And finally, we have charisma. Those who believe in democracy have a wonderful view of folk. To think them capable of making rational, informed decisions, devoid of personal bias and emotional conduct. It is frankly inspiring. So this is from Nicholas Darrow, Memoirs of a Statesman. Again, this art just over on the right side. I know I haven't talked about everyone, but every single one of them is just phenomenal. Charisma measures your eloquence, confidence, and ability to navigate social situations of any kind. In short, it is the force of your unkempt personality. But they don't need to know that. Smooth talk your way into any position of your liking. You can be affiliated with any known faction or thought. Reality is molded around your will. Like a chameleon, become a social operator. Become anything you need to make everyone finally love you. With high charisma, you get an automatic discount in select stores. win every conversation, so you can say the right thing. You're an apolitical force of nature, and you can be arguably sociopathic. Fun. Votes for whatever makes him popular, was socialized as a child, knows what to say to win favors, can actually flirt with some baddies, loves to mind control people, sees truth as suggestion, has no soul. Isn't very likable, doesn't know how to act with people, fumbles the baddies, fears conversation, is like the opposite of a skilled orator, and has no style. Ooh, this is tough just to choose what we want, but let's see these backgrounds. So there's Troll Killer. You don't remember it, but you know well how your father died. Sometimes it motivated you, sometimes it felt impossible to live it up. So that'd be if we want to go all strength. Punching bag, you're a farmer's son who grew up in the city. Of course you'd be an outcast. It took some time, but eventually figured out how to cope with everything. So higher constitution, higher charisma. It's kind of nice. Dead cleric. Growing up alone, getting into trouble, training in the Uthgard. Devoting your life and becoming a cleric. Was it always supposed to end in the river? Interesting. Abject apostate. No one likes you. When you were demoted for declaration, no one spoke up against it. But it's fine. You'll be fine. After all, you're used to it. Wow. Revolutionary scribe. Disillusionment. A city with ideals not upheld. One day you choose a side. The emerging democracy. You wrote day and night for change and glory. Ooh, I kind of like that one. You know, it's tough to know what to choose because I'm going to want to roleplay this character as best as possible. I'm not always great at that because I always just want to try to win everything. So that's my goal too. Is I want to get into roleplaying. I want to start playing D&D in real life again. Well, I've been playing that recently in real life, and honestly, I don't think I'm as good of a role player as some of my other table mates. So I want to improve for both of our sake. You spent most nights seeking esoterical insight. A lonely life. Your findings were unwanted by those in charge, yet you did not stop. You never stopped. Faithful harbinger. There's something wrong. Praying to the dead god whose whispers linger in the air, slowly fading. You are isolated among your peers. Palace pawn. Gosh, there's a lot of these. As a rising talent, you often found yourself midst in the bootlicking of superiors. Despite your best efforts, it never ended well for you. Arcane prodigy. For the first time in your life, you were a natural. You always known a few cantrips. The real magic was something else. It was power. Ooh, that could be fun. Tower apprentice. Joining the tower is an honor bestowed upon few. It is also a terrible challenge, even for you. Who would have thought lectures were so draining? Acolyte. Your knack for scribbling got you a promotion to clerical duties. Picked out of the ranks, you quickly showed deep devotion to your divine city. One friend. You really only ever prayed for that one thing during those lonely years, but the gods did not answer, so you learned to manage as always. Uthgard recruit. After your arrest, there wasn't much arguing about it. 3 grueling years in training drilled on the city code of virtues, but you survived. Oh my gosh, okay. Keeping going. Your friends soon introduced you to the rebellious Belia Norvik. As a teenager, you spent years spreading chaos and worse, dwarf propaganda. Now, usually I'd be really tempted to do the wisdom charisma route, because that just sounds really fun. That's more like my style of playing these games, trying to talk through everything. But I want to mix it up a little bit. You are a novelty to them, the boy who would do or say anything for their attention, for their approval. After 2 or so years, you got quite good at it. Okay, let's just... Oh my gosh, there's so many. Alright, let's just choose one. Your mom wasn't around a lot, so to keep you out of trouble, she forced you to get a post-school job. You still despise the smell of newspapers. For enthusiasts, spending time alone in the city, you often ended up in the library. The strange history of Jor's realm was the constant companion to you. You know what? I think I'm going to go with... the Acolyte. So 1 strength, 1 wisdom. Or +2 strength, +1 wisdom. Strength isn't usually something I run with. But maybe this will work. spell check this. Okay. So I want to be proficient in wisdom. Do I want to be proficient in strength too? Just really build into this build? You know what? Let's do that. Can I go down any of these? No. Oh, but I can go up. How many points do I have to spread? Is that somewhere I'm just completely missing? Oh, they're up at the top. Holy shit, we get a lot of points. Okay, how do we want to break this down then? So +2. I can fully commit to this. Let's to 14 strength. 14 that. So let's be wise but not very charismatic. However, you know, through our skills, we have come a decent way in Constitution and Intelligence. You know, you just learn. Probably a little bit more in Intelligence, because with our background it said that we were, yeah. Right, we were acolytes, so... Ooh, we could really go up in the wisdom then. Yeah, let's just really commit to the wisdom. We got -2 charisma, +0 constitution. Wow, they gave us way more points than I was anticipating. Oh, I'm not gonna give myself any dexterity. Nah, that seems backwards. Let's go give ourselves some dexterity. There we go. So +4. Yeah, let's switch that around. So that this is at +2, so +4, +4, +2, +1, -2. Oh, do I really want to do that though? Maybe we could go for a little dexterity. I'm sorry, I'm like way over. Fuck this. I'm sorry, I'm way overthinking this. That's not fun. Okay, 17 minutes of character creation. Holy shit! An explosion erupts at the heart of the city. No one wants to deal with it, so they send you. The clumsiest cleric in the city. Nothing but muscles. Just what the city needs. Complete your quest in any order. And don't be afraid to make interesting sources. And remember, be a real man. The campaign will take you from level 1 to level 6. Oh, okay, interesting. It's been a journey to put this together. I hope you have a good time. And only 6 decks? Don't try to steal anything, okay? Okay, this is cool. Speak of Dead, 3rd level necromancy. You grant the semblance of life and intelligence to a actually, we're not going to read this right now. We'll read the stuff that we actually have. Sure. Truth and nothing else, a voice declares. What is your name? Intelligence, success. Reagan. Your name is Reagan. And then your statement of citizenry, Reagan Hemlin. Okay. Factually correct. Your answer. Another question from the darkness. What is your occupation? You are dead. What's an occupation in this context? Work. Getting paid for labor. Don't you have a job? It's something really important. Your class. Tell the voice about your class. Let's look around. Your senses reach out into the void, a glimmer dangling far, far away. What class am I? Lower class. You are a great spellcaster who will rule the world one day. Occupation? Ha! Forever standing at the gates of chaos, holding the line against the thin foul is no mere job. It is a calling, destiny. Your class is whatever gets you to steer clear of society in general. You are a city cleric, nothing more. I'm definitely a cleric. Your true calling. Class conflict. It takes a while before the next question is posed. What is your current goal? We will need to find out who blew up the tea shop. You are a hero. By divine dictate, only you can save the world. The Goblin Chieftain. She needs you. Tea shops? Unfortunately, yes. I don't have any strong opinions on tea shops. In fact, I never think about them at all. I like tea shops, thank you very much. They are lovely, yes. You may ruminate further on tea shops at a later date. There's a question to be answered. Your goal is to save the world. They're counting on you. Keep it together. No reply, no feedback. Then the voices ask, what is your political affiliation? The question strikes your entire consciousness, sending it spinning. The National Party of Norvik, of course. Theocracy is a farce. Don't stoop so low. If you care for your fellow, vote. Okay. It is the duty of the powerful to lead. That is you, no one else. The Free Striders, maybe? Then again, you're no revolutionary. Things just move way too fast these days. Elections are exhausting. Let's go. The Exgalists. Life is a struggle to alleviate oppression. The exiles know this well. You have supported them in the past. Time to do so again. The voice is fading. This is the end. The final question. How did you die? Following your conviction. Drowning in the river. Same way you lived. Unable to step out of the uniform, not for 1 second. I fell into divinity. She took me whole. Must be the name of the river then. Yeah, this opening's really reminding me of Disco Elysium right now, with you talking to yourself, trying to figure out things based on the skill checks that you pass and fail. How these are all facets within you. I love it. Damn, that was a gorgeous opening. Okay, can we move around? Day 1, March 22nd. You. A fresh start. Your heartbeat is loud, screaming. Your body aches. It is stiff, as if you slept for days. Ready for your glorious quest to continue. Oh, okay, so we have to do a success when we click. I thought if I clicked on it, it was just going to give me information I already knew. The task performed. Okay, look at that. That's cool. Let's look around us. Circular stone chamber, storage for apples and corpses. Odd combination. Those piles of apples. Is this Tolstead? A sprawling island fortress in one of 5 districts in the city. It sits in the middle of River Torna, home of Jor's Pillar, a sprawling tunnel network and waterline, the greatest trade hub in Ascany. You are on Tolstead right now. The second longest documented river along the coast, splitting the band of Ascany in half. The coast, also known as Jor's Realm, it is a strip of land divided into 8 bands. The further inland you go, the closer you get to the infinite waste. It is theorized to be a ring or half sphere due to the bend on the horizon. Band, an esoteric divide, splits the circular coast of Jor into 8 geographical areas, commonly known as bands. Each band has unique esoteric and natural traits and stretches from the coast to the infinite wastes. Okay, we learned a lot of information so far. The magic of Jor and his strains, the coast is infused with it. The name of our realm, also the name of the legendary wizard who created it. He died during the closing at the end of the Gate Era. A book-learned arcane spellcaster typically plays Jor's strings by memorizing and executing esoteric rituals and chants. Let's check our stuff. What stuff? Your hands dart around your pouch and uniform. Panic. Sweat. Your legs shake. Tears begin to form. Deep breaths. Your belongings are surely here somewhere. Oh, we have 4 out of 9 health. Plus 1 hit points. I'm curious how time's going to work on this. If it's from actions or if it's from just naturally moving around. I hope it's actions. I like that type of just quest economy. Oh, yes! A quest! You are on a quest to save the city. Orth be blessed. You're God. Yes! Save it from the jaws of democracy. Excuse me? Democracy, said to originate from early Arcane Era civilizations in Old Demonor. It is the rule of majority. Those with suffrage may vote to enable their preferred government. A truly messy and ineffective process. Arcane Era, 511 years of rapid magical and technological growth, as well as the birth and death of the great human magocracies in Demonor, now reads ended 27 years ago. Yes, everything is off, but your memory is intact. Quest was given yesterday. Remember, the tea shop. Yes, the tea shop that blew up. It will be a tough one. Might take a few days. I've done a job before. Oh, gain 5 XP. You haven't really. Your previous experience lies more in some basic Earthguard military service as well as a few years in the towers. Earthguard, the heroes of Norvik. Keepers of city law, defenders of humanity, your brothers. Nordvik, your home city, founded by your god toward the end of the Coast War. It is built upon several layers of ancient ruins. Coast War, the Great War, a conflict between the anarchists of Reeds as well as every other nation connected with them across the coast. A horrible waste of human lives, which claimed millions of lives. There was no honor in this fighting that you know. Reeds, one of 8 bands along the coast. It is a temperate land of lowland and many lakes. Commonly seen as the homestead of humans, large portions are still cursed, holding entire undead cities, eternally burning valleys, and floating mountains. Rogue sorcery was not your main subject, but yes, you've read a lot about these types of fiery events. They are not too common these days. However, this incident does not appear overly complex. I like quests. Good attitude. There's always more around the corner if you look out. Don't want to miss out on any. Wait, how much time do I have? Until the election. Duh. Which is in 5 days. The Patriarch was very clear. Handle the tea shop before election day. Patriarch, a top clerical rank in Norvik. Different from Lord Patriarch, which is the traditional administrative leader of the city. Only about a dozen men currently hold the rank. They manage a section of clerics, each at the towers. You must honor this request and complete this quest. Okay, so let's say time's moving on as we're having these conversations. So maybe I'm making a mistake reading everything, but I'm going to keep reading everything. Cleric, a servant of God, deeply devoted and spiritually connected. Typically a divine spellcaster given power through their deity. Divine, one of the 3 pillars of magic. It is represented by the sacred, the faith of all folk, their souls, and it is granted by gods who once walked among us. So to be clear, I need to figure out who blew up some random tea shop. More or less. But you've got like 5 days to do it. So no stress. You're the one they sent. You're the best. You best get to work, hero. There's that feeling again. The feeling that you're about to enter a path from which there is no way back. The hero, me? It's time to deliver all of this to the wonderful city. I'm going to try to pause this. Last time we ran into problems, but I'm going to try. Took my phone. Oh, sorry, y'all. So while I took my phone call, it stopped working for me. Or my recording kept going. So I had like 40 minutes of dead footage. So I just stopped the recording and I'm restarting now. But I haven't actually seen anything or done anything, so let's keep going. Yes, it's time to deliver it all to this wonderful city. Your duty has come. Give everything to Norvik. We've already done all this. Yeah, perfect. Okay. Everything? I don't think. How does that make me I will carry this burden to? You know, let's go with that. Minus 3 HP. You feel dizzy. The weight of the Earthguard uniform, a dull pain takes hold. Your body aches. Its contents rotting. You must consume an apple now. If your stats are high or low enough, chimes will appear in your mind. They will suggest, inform, or offer unique paths. Trust them at your own risk. I'm very confused. Rub your temples. Okay. I am very confused. Your mind is ungodly powerful. Get yourself together. One step at a time. Okay. Well, let's go eat this apple. It did say we should eat an apple. Ooh. Behold, an apple. Looks better than the ones in the pile. Oh, okay, perfect. Let's trifle with it. Garden apple. Put it in our inventory. Let's open our inventory. And consume for 1 HP. Hell yeah. We got feats and deep storage, items, weapons. Fun. Okay. Ooh, let's behold it. This isn't yours, is it? Well, what is it? Tattered cloak. +1 dexterity, -1 charisma. I'll take it for now. This cloak is sprawled upon the iron slab. As you grab it, you immediately feel the dampness spreading into your gloves. It is light blue and tattered. It was once yours. An Earthguard cloak add-on. It has been ripped to shreds at the base, but you could still use it. Interesting style. You could pull it off. Spraying at the water. The filthy liquid falls to the floor on the stony chamber. It smells of salt water. It is still quite wet. It's weighted in her hands. It is heavy. Should I wear this? Like preciously mentioned, you could pull this off. I'm not a rogue. You know, but I'm not a rogue. Sorry, the word I am not a rogue is not in your vocabulary, actually. Please rephrase. Oh, you know what? I do tell myself what to do, though, because aren't we all mean? So pedantic. So unrefined. Shut up. You reach for your fancy red pouch of holding. The cloak easily slips inside, into the extra-dimensional space of a satisfying slurp. I really love my pouch of holding. Yes, you are very lucky. These are like 1,000,000 crowns on the market. This kind of magic item can go upwards of 10,000 crowns. Of course, you don't truly own this pouch of holding. It is property of state, treated as such. Equipping the items temporarily alters ability scores. Okay. Do we want to equip it? Go up a little bit in dexterity, but then go down a bit in charisma? Why not? Our charisma's terrible. Engage. Trifle. Let's behold. It's a corpse under a blanket. Engage. You stare at a blue rag. It's draped over the outline of someone. Sir, you can't. I see. It must be normal to take naps down here. Check under the rag. Let him sleep. No, let's check under the rag. Cold corpse. Underneath, you find the cold corpse of a human. Thinning blonde hair, unkempt facial hair, mid-40s factory, a scrawny blood. His complexion shows nearly no decay. most likely under the effect of a preserving spell. The difficulty class of a dice choice is determined by how challenging that roll will be for you. If you select a dice choice, then roll a 20-sided die, you get the same higher as the DC, then you succeed at the roll. Let's try it. Nice. There's something strange here. This is no regular gentle repose. Second level necromancy spell. Keeps the corpse from... Oh, okay. Look close, but do not move the corpse. Lean in and look closer. Harsh scars cover the skin. Signs of being either a hard worker or a careless worker litter his skin. Cause of death appears to not be directly visible. No blunt trauma either. 5 more experience. Considering his age and the shape of his body, this man most likely died of a common disease or internal failure. That's pretty broad and vague. Unless you're willing to start cutting, that's all you'll get. Except, there's also a marking on the right leg. A circle with a cross inside of it. 300 pieces added. You recall, this is the marking of PR. Potential revivification. Alright, this guy can be revived. Seems so. He most likely died during care and was granted immediate gentle repose. However, he clearly did not have an RF, a revive fund, nor did he have family members with enough ready cash. So it's a type of insurance. Monthly payments into an account that can be used upon death under the age of 75 to resurrect the fallen person. Perhaps he was just an unlikable fellow. Who knows? Cover up the corpse once more. Ooh, so I could cast Revivify. Potentially, yes. Well, the question is more akin to, why should you? A 3rd level spell slot is a valuable resource. Why waste on some blue-colored corpse? That's terrible. If you can, always save a life. Or bring it back. It's always the right choice. Of course it isn't. Knowing the fact that you cannot simply spend your power on any old fool. There's also a million outcomes to a resurrection that could lead to a negative outcome in the world. The act of returning a dead person back to life, there are many spells that can do it, from a weak Revivify to the legendary True Resurrection. So Revivify is a 3rd level necromancy. Yep, 60 seconds of death. Oh, within 60 seconds of death, the body ends in 2 and the target is brought back to life. True Resurrection, 9th level legendary spell capable of bringing anyone dead back to life if you believe the legends. There are many different tells, different takes on the restrictions, but generally you cannot use it on a creature that has been dead for over 200 years, despite your good intentions. Good intentions build a better world. Perhaps in your foolish alignment system, but not in... Ooh, this is cool! Oh my gosh. Wow. Okay, alignment. An esoteric effect which brands each creature on the coast with one of 9 labels on 2 axes. Lawful to chaotic, good to evil. It is debated exactly who or what determines the parameters within its effect. Spells like Detect Alignment are capable of parsing this effect. 1st level divination spell, which allows the caster to see an esoteric effect around creatures who are true neutral on the alignment axis. Clerics often use this as a utility, even if alignments are not admissible in Novorkian court, since Withric Wright's order of 499 AE. Is it okay to loot him? Yeah, as long as he doesn't wake up or anything. If you can suffer the loss of moral integrity. It would be dishonorable. Only take that on what you need for the quest. Grave robbing is frowned upon by some, even in these enlightened times. Either way, you will not get in any trouble. No one will know. Who was this guy? His hands are calloused. He's built like a sarcophagus. This is a dead working man, the type to spend his whole life toiling away for nothing. That's a sad way to view a life of valuable hard work. Honorable hard work. This is a morgue, a leech house, clearly. Mortuary, a holding space for dead bodies. During times of on death, they are known to be heavily guarded. Corpses are kept on cooling in places like this before cremation or burials. Let's leave it unless. What happens if we engage? Oh wait, that's what I did, right? What happens if we trifle? Huh. Ooh, we'll take the apple. Why not? No one will know, right? Ooh, a pot. A piece of leaf, smells lovely. We'll leave the incense there. A divine shrine covered in apples. The runes fill your senses as you approach. At the center you see his red eye watching over you, yet the color is faded. This moment is hollow, void of all life and divinity. And worse, it's covered in rotten apples. Sacred shrine left in this state? It's an insult to Earth and all the people. Can I pray here? To what exactly? To Earth, of course. There are many gods listening to our prayers, always. Just remember that they might not respond so clearly. So I can pray to some random god? You may pray as you wish. There's an internal element to it that is underappreciated. A sacred shrine left in this state, it's an insult to Orth and all of his people. Indeed. Yet you are very much aware that this is not the worst you'll see. You'll have to fight hard to keep Orth's dreams afloat. Okay, this is giving me a headache. Politics is exhausting. Let's remove the apples. It does not take long for you to move some of the nasty apples away from the front of the shrine. A small improvement, but big in heart. These old things are still around, huh? A remnant of blindness and decay. It is a shrine to your god. Protect it. Are these rare? No. You will find shrines like these all over Norvik. Let's kneel. The shrine towers over you. You feel small. To cast spells, you must first prepare them at shrines. Ah, prepared spells can be cast when the cleric has a reason to do so. Either in or out of dialogues. Each cast expands one spell slot of the corresponding level. Okay. Wait, can I through Divine Assurance? Prepare spells. Let's see what we have. To the right, you may see a list of spells. Okay. To the bottom left, we have our spell slots. So we have 3 level 1 spell slots. And we have Cure Wounds. So let's finish that. Let's engage with it again. Attempt a Prayer of Healing. Let's learn about the other gods. Many. You know of a few. So we got the Father of Norvik. You've devoted your life to follow in his footsteps. Asgel Ashmok. Ashmask was the dwarven god of exiles and egalitarianism. His followers do not pray to him, for he is not even seen as a god by most. A weakling who sacrificed his people for an unattainable, foolish dream. Though there are parts of his tale you cannot deny are quite romantic. A lone man rising against impossible odds. No wonder his followers still rampage across Eskini. Tokig the Gambler. A trickster. This type of god, only famous for his ridiculous ploys, is often seen as a silly goblin myth. A trickster goblin who united the tribes of Eskani during the Divine Era. Most famous for cutting off his right hand to fulfill prophecy. 3rd out of 5 eras. When the first gods were born out of mortal folk, the power began to entirely fall into their wonderful and fragile hands. In truth, there are a few goblins who still worship him after their conquest. Praying to Tukig would, if you, for some reason, would get a response, only result in the exact opposite of whatever you wanted. These are not actually gods, are they? No, not gods, technically. They're just complicated. There are the common divine avatars known to the various folk of Norvik. Long ago, the true outsider gods invaded Jor's realm. When the gates shut, their divine essence awakened walking gods along the coast. This term is used to describe the divine avatars who rose and fell surrounding the divine era. Most major religions on the coast today are built around these figures, and their influence can be felt everywhere. Yorth was the last known walking god when he faded 27 years ago. Modern scholars divide history on Jor into 5 eras. They use canonically important events as starting points for these eras, although this was easier when the arcanists of Old Demonor still had common consensus. Not everyone agrees the so-called post-war era has even begun, let alone what it should be called. The gods you know are but a spiritual vessel of the true gods beyond our realm. Yet they are the only gods you know. Albeit faintly, they listen to your prayers and grant divine power to their clerics. gained experience. A ruse played by powers in the beyond. Okay. You know, let's pray. And tranquility. Contemplate the tea shop, the election, and contemplate your class. Let's do the tea shop. You let your mind go through the basics of what you know. The tea shop was destroyed in the middle of the day. Minor injuries were reported. Your goal is to enter the tea shop and investigate it properly. That is it. The first election. Your vote won't matter. Your vote will be the most important of all. As those around you, what they will vote for, and what you might find your own voice along, and you might find your own voice along the way. Identity is not easy. It's everything, from faction to home life to street. What you choose might be a first step. Choose wisely. Always. Okay, let's try healing. Oop, failed terribly. You focus your mind on Orf's symbol, his red eye. You recite a few words of remembrance before you sense the channeled strings around the shrine. They converge upon you. +1 hit points. Huh, well that's something. Sure is, but you sense there's something you've missed. What are these words? The ones you learned at the Towers. The Towers, the home base of the Order of Arcane Clerics of Norvik, also known as Okan. Arcane, one of the 3 pillars of magic. It is represented by the forces that make up all esoteric events. Those who play Jor's strains tap into these powers, programming the laws of existence around their whims. Cool. Okay. Let's take a look at this one. Very important piece of paper. Okay, oops, I accidentally hit escape there. Oh, we want to trifle with this. Oh, no, I want to pick it up. Voting card. -1 intelligence. Yeah, sorry, just checking a text. Well, I'll be right back. I just need to go grab something real quick. Alright, so resuming where we left off, we just picked up a voting card. A scuff voting card. Ooh, made out to us. It's from a dwarven office for some reason, and someone has checked in all 5 parties on the list. You need to bring this to the polling place on election day if your voice is to be heard. Funny. Go examine. You pick up the surprisingly thick piece of paper with a shaking hand. The card is slightly torn and has clearly been drenched at some point. On top of it, it says Roskort in big lettering. 5 days remaining. We have the Nationalist Party of Norvik, the inheritors of Yorf's will, theoretic organization founded to uphold the old ways, headed by magistrates and 20-something noble families. The magistrate is the highest government position beyond the Lord Patriarch, chosen to rule a district in Norvik for 10 to 12 years, depending on their bloodline. Then we have the Free Strider. The new way. People of the East have overthrown the old wizards and gods. For years, the revolution has slowly crept into the city, and now it's time to finally join the free cities and get rich. The workers who built the city and want to rule it seems only just. Their vision is of a fair and even society, where those who live underneath rise up to show their worth. After all, why can't we share? Bulgarian, the rural party, those who live off the land, simple farmers, people of the land, the common clay of Ascani fields. Their political movement has mostly been swallowed by the Asgalists. And then Arcanist, the magocrats who ruled pre-Coast War human civilizations in Old Dimenor. Also a very minor political party in Norvik. Cool. And finally, the last box doesn't say anything. This is where you can input whatever you want or just leave it empty for a null vote. The box next to each party is filled in with a smudged checkmark, including the last empty one. Great. Of course you do. Okay. Let's, actually, we should have asked about that. That's my bad. I should have asked how they work. So behold, it's a pile of apples. Let's just take as many as we want. Apples are good for you. Hell yeah. Whose apples are these? You know, honestly, that's a good question. The only apple farm in Norvik would be the Goblin Garden. These apples are property of the HBWT. A dwarven-built citadel sitting on the southernmost tip of Tolstad. It is now a goblin sanctuary and greenhouse. Okay. It is a health hazard. It's certainly a violation against the city code, probably. Somebody tells you no, they should not. Could I eat my way through this pile of apples? I can certainly try. It's not really a question of could. It's a question of do you have the time? A tremendous challenge worthy of your attention. It would be greatly beneficial. Ability checks. Roll a d20 with your modifiers to get a unique outcome. You know what? Let's do it! Oh, let's remove the bad apples first. What was I thinking? Your hands swipe over the surface of apples, carefully plucking away them with signs of spoilage. Okay. We remove the bad apples. No. Oh, wait, we did it! You look upon the challenge with determination. Your stomach is empty. Dig in. Woohoo! Digging in, the first apple goes down the hatch. Going smooth so far. Another one! Yes! Another hit point. Yes! That sure was an apple. This one was harder. Your stomach fights the taste. Can I just give up now? One more should be fine. Woohoo! This is the limit. As you chow down on the apple, you feel your jaws ache and your hands shake. Apple overdose. Dangerous stuff. No such thing. Come on. You feel refreshed. Well, for a moment at least. The pile of apples towers over you still. You barely made a dent. The apple boy is back. Yes, eat apple, apple boy. Feel sick. As you feel sick, you see something sticking out of the pile of apples. A piece of paper? No. Ooh, dancing light. It's a spell scroll. You worked hard for it. Good job. It is dancing light, a versatile cantrip that can be used to light up your surroundings at will. You quickly memorize the spell, consuming it into your psyche, as you always do. Cantrips are spells that can be cast at will outside of dialogues. They do not consume any spell slots. You can access your cantrips at the bottom right. Oh, let's check this out. Okay. Okay, cool. Let's see what this is. A divine scripture, where it does not belong. Shield of Faith. Oh, spellbook. Cool. Now we got the Shield of Faith. A great mountain of apples. Okay, let's have our first actual person interaction. The guy, he looks indecisive. A zombie. You approach a shambling man by the apple pile. He does not acknowledge your presence. He is unaware of you. Greetings, citizen. Glancing under his hood, you catch a blank expression spread upon his dried face. What is your name, sir? He does not even turn to look at you. Identify yourself, citizen. His glassy dark eyes just stare forward and then nothing. This is a reanimated corpse. Probably a work zombie, although it has been illegal to employ undead since the Bone Purge of 11. A citywide effort in 11 PE to stop necromancers from outcompeting mortal staffed factories. Should I defeat the zombie? Yes, it is only just. Undead are not to be allowed in Norvik. Should probably speak with the owner first. What's he doing? The zombie is attempting to clear a path through the apple pile. He's probably been at it a long time. I found this voting card over there. Is it yours? Wow, I didn't even remember my name. See, I need to work on actually remembering the details I'm reading out loud. No, I don't got that memory like John Wolfe. That Let's Player, he's just barely ever writes anything down and remembers everything. It's crazy. You grip the voting card firmly in your gloved hand. It is indeed yours. Keep it safe. Oh, so it was mine. Thank God. Okay. Oh, now I just feel dumb for pointing that out. See? Paying attention. Okay, you're very rude. Did you know that? The zombie appears to rattle a bit. Oh, does he not like being called rude? Nope, I just found another out-of-place apple. Everything's surrounding this so-called democratic process is madness. Everyone should just vote for me to be their god, king, wizard. Nah, I want to establish a government. It's the only way for us average peasants not fall back into the oppression of feudalism, or worse, magocracy. The government with heart. Ooh, you have become... Oh, really? Gain 10 XP for choosing this political stance 2 times. A weak state. This will crumble in seconds. These poor little peasants, to think they have been tricked into thinking themselves worthy of ruling. They'll starve come winter. The zombie just keeps moving apples. The social democratic model of the dwarves is ingenious, just balanced enough to work with our human dwarven majority populace. A true working class revolution is clearly needed. Cooperative ownership of the guilds is the first step. Just like Orth established with Novorkian collectivized agriculture. The fleshy plank does not reply or counter your words. Am I boring you? The zombie carefully places another apple on top of the pile. He does not have an opinion of any kind. Let's leave him alone. Oh, okay, so he's stuck there. Hold shift, we can run, so then we can go up the stairs here. Spiral staircase. Wow, our first new environment. Viskin's Lair. Mushrooms, probably edible. Swamp extract, cool. The red-eye Yorth. Jor left his mark across the bands. Today it is a universal sign of magic. Oh man, look at all these people. Okay, behold. Viskin, local mortician. Okay, so we don't really know much about him. Oh, let's see if we can behold him. Oh, that is so cool. Okay. Human reads folk. The Pell Man handles corpses in a basement. A typical self-employed city contractor. Cool. Let's engage with him. Viskin, local mortician. The Pell Man sits hunched over a stack of forms, busy at work, his pencil slowly filling line after line. On the top paper you see an icon of a serpentine drake. The Great Perch. These are official documents of the city. Great Perch, the drake-like sea creature found along River Torna. Yorth was known to tame these creatures, and eventually the Great Perch became the symbol of his great city. This is the Great Perch of Norvik. Up and about, are we? Wonderful. Death. This is death. I am Viskin, local entrepreneur and proprietor of the Slitch House. It appears to me you don't really belong here, but if there is anything I can do, cleric, just let me know. He smiles at you, yet his eyes say something else. You love him. You know, let's follow our bad charisma. I love you. I'm sorry. He lifts his head, giving you a stale expression. No, do not show brotherly love to this creature. But I love everyone. How generous of you. How generous of you, cleric. Look around the room. Dimly lit and damp, a musky stench lingering in the air. You see books and flasks and stone altars around the circular chamber. There are several corpses present. These stone tables were once modular altars used in some advanced ritual. Did you save my life? He puts down his pen. Your life is your own. You owe me nothing. However, I'm afraid to say you've been through quite the turmoil, cleric. Of course, it must be very confusing. To tell you the truth, some fishermen brought you here last night. They caught you up in their net, took you for a corpse. Not that I blame them. You weren't exactly in prime condition. Fair. Wait, how did you end up in the river? Whoops, should probably go talk to the fisherman. He ponders your question. I did not ask for names, sorry to say. But perhaps Water Lane? That's just a guess. Either that, or the local tavern. I hope you find them. So I am, in fact, alive? The pale man stops for a moment. He looks you up and down. Yes, I believe you are. Who were these fishermen? River guilders, I believe. They did not look like poachers, so my guess would be that. Find them. They hold the truth. How did I end up in a river? Not a river, the river. I'm afraid I don't have much to tell. Perhaps you fell off one of the bridges to Tolstead. There are 7 bridges over River Torna, connecting Tolstead to the rest of the city. I would never fall. It must have been assassination. I must have slipped. Happens all the time. Perhaps there's an esoteric explanation to all this. Perhaps. You would know, cleric. Do you now? I have some other questions, I think. Do you now? Let's try to figure out what's weird about this guy. 31 DC. Plus 4. Oh man, we can't do it. There's a zombie. Oh, how quaint. Sure, why is it there? We're closely connected with the city below. The undead seemingly wander in as they please. However, I will have to take this up with Lady Sageleaf. I pay good crowns for HWBT protection. Oh, so it's all a misunderstanding then. Good. Ooh, why is this one underlined? It kept moving apples down there. Oh, the apples? Fascinating behavior. He does not seem very fascinated. You don't seem very alarmed about this. A stray undead creature will cause no trouble here. He gives you a rare smile and turns to the kobold by the stairs. Isn't that right, Ost? Yes, master, says Ost, chief of security. You know, I believed it though, right? So, since my character believed it, I'm not gonna say the wait. I don't actually believe you. Good to have that cleared up. I have some other questions. Let's move on. I require assistance with some things. Of course, cleric. Anything for the city. I don't know where to go. Your shaky voice makes you sound positively fortvivalid. A dwarfish word meaning desperation, anguish, hysteria brought on from mental pain. I don't mean to tell you what to do, cleric, but there's a certain rumor that our local goblin chieftain is waiting for you. What rumor? Just a common murmuring. Lady Miska Sageleaf is her name. She's down in the Goblin Garden. She leads one of the 3 goblin tribes, exonerated by Earth after the conquest. The name is spoken in both reverence and fear. Dragon of Tolstead at it. They call her the Dragon of Tolstead. The goblins live in a garden? Well, not quite. You'll see when you get there. And when you do, make sure you pay your respects. Lady Sageleaf is a powerful ally. I would even go as far to call her de facto lawkeeper here on this island fortress. A sliver of genuine tone slips out. He has great respect for this dragon. This goblin is no lawkeeper, only at the city rules. Yorth rule. You may find her at the southern tip of Tolstead, the pale man says and keeps scribbling in his papers in front of you. You may call me cleric with air quotes. I did, yes. I am the cleric. Good for you. You lean a little further into being a cleric. Gain 10 XP for choosing this class 2 times. Your purpose is here. You serve the city as the cleric of the river. Though I'd love to ask, what type of cleric are you? Type? Yes, if you were a clergyman, you might run a congregation for a local religion or deity. Holy man on a holy mission. Then there are clerics of the bureaucratic of variety, city officials speaking for the religious state. You, however, must be an arcane cleric. You are correct, I am an arcane cleric. I figured as much when I saw your spell book. Or did you call it a prayer book? Either way, you clearly play Jor's strains as much as you channel this divinity. The spellman knows a lot of your training. Interesting. So what do you know of spellcasting? Quite a bit. He seems wary of the subject. If he knows more than you, then it could be useful to listen. Can you teach me magic? A slight smirk creeps onto his face. I sadly don't have time for a proper lecture at the moment. After the election, I could make time, if you're interested. Great knowledge awaits. Beware, his tutelage holds great evil. Until then, you are free to browse my collection, he says, glancing at the many books on the western wall. And of course, gain item, Charm Person. What? Here. The first level enchantment spell. If the target fails a wisdom check, you'll be their favorite person for a little while. Of course, after that, they will surely hate you. But who cares about that? A copy of Charm Person. It will surely be useful to you. A truly diabolical spell. The towers teach it only the highest tier spellcasters usually, despite its first level. Lovely. Now you can make people like you. Can you teach me the basics of spellcasting? I mean, of course. Embarrassing. He wonders if your head is still filled with water. As a wizard, you memorize your spells before casting them. As an arcane cleric, you must memorize your spells during prayer at a shrine. There's one downstairs, by the apples. There's the Temple of Yorth, of course. It's just up the stairs, past the pillar. There's also one on the water lying in view, I believe, past the trade post. You'll find more, hidden around every corner. I can promise you that. Okay. I do know all this. Very well. If you want to practice, feel free to cast anything non-lethal on my servant Ors. Wow, that's evil. Treating a servant like that is despicable. Sounds like good practice. I don't want to do that. In fact, it sounds quite awful. Fair enough. Just remember that spells are terribly useful when applied properly. That's all I need. Thanks. You know, let's do it. Let's just go for it. Maybe we'll get a natural 20. And we did not. You glare at the pale man who keeps working on his documents for approximately 2 minutes. Eventually, you feel stuck in your thoughts. I don't mean to imply I know more than an honorable Uthgard member, my good cleric. However, you must certainly have more important things to do on a day like this. He's correct. Maybe you can get back to this later. Some dice checks are locked on failure and can be attempted again later. Those checks are unlocked on a long or short rest or by spending shards of drawer. But a roll of very high DC should probably be lowered before attempting again. Okay, I wish you luck on your endeavors. Before you do, make sure you collect your belongings. What belongings? Quite a lot. Your uniform, your cloak, and also a voting card? A peculiar voting card. Every party has been marked on it. I'm assuming it's yours. Yeah, sorry, I'm indecisive. The pale man ignores her comment. I asked Os to lay the surviving pages of your spellbook to try. Over there, he says, and points across the chamber. He then looks at the pocket watch on his desk. This is an esoteric pocket watch. You may have it, cleric. It will surely prove useful to you. Esoteric pocket, an area overtaken by esoteric magic, exceedingly rare along the coast. The further inland you will get, the more common they are, with the infinite waste being theorized to be filled with nothing but. Term for naturally occurring magic caused by the shape and form of Jor's realm, sometimes called wild magic or Jor's discord. Beyond that, you should be good. Do I have any weapons on me? None, I'm afraid. They must be at the bottom of the river Torna. Damn. You'll have to pick up something new. Maybe a warhammer. Good. You do not need arms in the city. You need heart. Got it. Pale man turns his face towards you and smiles. Unnatural. If only every government employee were as devoted as you, cleric. He gives you a stern expression. Good luck on your quest. His words burn a hole in your heart. To explore the city, you may move faster by running. To do so, either double-click or hold the shift left trigger. Cool. Let's start over here. Do some exploring. Okay, nothing interactive over there. So, hold your fate one day. Cool. No, we shouldn't rob right in front of the guy. That's actually a terrible idea. The stone slabs are designed to slide along the iron beams. Fascinating. Ah. What if there'll be a puzzle here later? A tray of old incense. Some is still usable. The thick tome lies upon the iron slab. You flip the tome open. There are fine and handwritten letters scattered across the pages. You can read these symbols, but they are old Draconic Demonorian, the common language of man, spread across the coast during the Arcane Era to become the lingua domains in trade and politics. De verbis draconium eris occulta. The author's name appears to be Calum Demonori, one of the most powerful magocratic families in Old Demonor, known for their reality-warping artifacts and enchantments, spawned from the Drake Slayer King Doug Dolan Dim. What a name. The first human emperor of the coast, due to his slaying of several dragons and liberating their human slaves. Some call him Drake Doom Dealer Doug Dolan Dim. Most do not. Can I try to read it? Let's try it. No. You have no idea what this means. Right, I need to get my hands on comprehend language. You do. It's highly annoying that you seem to have lost your memorization. Oh yeah, let's go see if my pages are dried out and have what I want. Wait, is that? Okay, yeah, let's go trifle with it. Ruined prayer book, -3 intelligence. Book is ruined. Most of the pages, while dry now, have been completely drenched. It's salt water. It's absolutely and completely ruined. Only a few pages of the soggy, Branchian-ish papyrus pages are readable. They appear to contain some type of undecipherable symbols. Ascani writing, one of the most basic kinds. Wait, oh no! Someone has attempted to dry this to the best of their ability. No, no, no! By Orth. Phoenix Folio updated. This is your prayer book. So many hours wasted. You would have to rebind the whole thing. It is ruined. That'll cost a fortune. A champ book is unable to sustain humidity. Not underwater excursions. You should have protected Earth's chance more carefully. What a disgrace. Oh, I was hoping that I was going to have comprehend language. Human no-cost chapel. How do you know I won't? Okay, nothing. Let's interact with you. Host, Chief of Security. Oh, 13, not bad. Level 9 Rogue. This one is quite hostile. Stay on your feet. His expressionless eyes seem to keep watch at all times. He's obviously determined where to strike for you to die as quickly as possible. How humane. Cool. Oh no, we're not going to try to rob him. Wow. Wiggling his little clawed feet, the kobold follows your every move with cold, unflinching yellow eyes. Even the small blade can fell a giant. Watch out for this one. Master say you behave. You're adorable. The kobold glares at you. Complete and utter annihilation. The aura of a conqueror, a killer. Your soul shatters. Your comment has begun the breaking process. Soon you will be the alpha. Glare back. Your eyes meet each other, still, ever, vigilant. Keep glaring. The kobold does not move. Glare some more. Yep, you're staring at each other. Glare. Eyes meet eyes. Glare, glare! You're looking at the kobold's yellow eyes, staring angry or fierce way. Looking hard, leaning close to the kobold's stern face. The imitation factor is insane! The intimidation factor is insane. Kobold meets your gaze and keeps meeting it. I don't think I'm getting anything more about this. Fair. The kobold looks at you with a cold expression, determined, confident. He's not glaring at you. This is just his default expression. A default expression of death. I have some questions for you. Short question. Go. Who are you? I am Ost, a security chief in Bleach House. The kobold appears proud. There is no humility in his voice. A strong one. You are kobold. Not question. Next. Let's do it. Oh, felt terribly. You bite your tongue. Ow! Minus 3 HP. Taste of blood fills your mouth. The pain changes your brain chemistry for a moment, leaving your mind in shambles. Oh no, hurry, save the situation, say anything. Oh god, it happened again. The kobold stares at you. Savor the taste. Use this to your advantage. Intimidate him with your life's liquids. Blood starts to drip down your chin. Spit out blood through the gap in your helmet. What are you? The kobold mutters as he watches a splatter of fresh blood and saliva all over the floor. Point it and say, that's what you get. Cleric is... what is... the kobold mutters. He is baffled. Your actions have truly made a mark upon his dark soul. The kobold stares at you. You wipe the remaining blood off. Can I borrow your crossbow? Human is kidding. Not funny. For whatever reason, you must have been ordered not to hurt. He must have been ordered not to hurt you. Don't push him. The kobold snorts. Go away. Don't let this slide. Just take the crossbow. Ooh. Is there a save feature in this? I don't actually know. You see the kobold stare at you as you approach. Don't think it, he says, glaring. Just go for it. The crossbow isn't even loaded. Ah, let's fall through. You look down at the crossbow with the sort of glance you can only say one thing. Ulster recoils. No! Bad cleric. Okay, we got 4 initiative. They got 19 and they're level 9. I'm level 1. The kobold is ready as you reach forward. Here we go. You grab the crossbow. Yes, defeat the little green one. Oh shit, you're not fast enough, damn it. Kobold attempts to scratch your hands. Let go, cowfucker. He gets nasty hit in. Minus 2 HP. Ouch! It's mine. You turn to act. What will you do? Destabilize the kobold. Kick his box. Ask him nicely to let go. Okay, what strength was it? He scratched you. Charisma, DC 5. Ask him nicely to let go. DC 8. Destabilize the box he's sitting on. Ooh. Let's try charisma again. Okay, I think we did it. Yeah. But you're so dreadfully powerful already. Do you really need this crossbow? You don't need any weapon to destroy a weak, pathetic human like me. Very true. He seems to enjoy the ideas you're inserting in his brain. The tension rises, blood pumping. Be ready. Even angrier this time, the kobold attempts to snap at you with his maw. Oh, I'm gonna die. He chomps down on your gloved hand. A shooting pain goes up your arm. Ew. Tastes like cow. It aches. You need to hold out. Don't just brute force it. Actually think for once. Hold out. Get +1 or +2 of intelligence. Come up with an actual plan. Nice, 16. You rack your mind for solutions. The one little tidbit comes up. A long time ago, you heard a fact about kobolds. Apparently, you can get close enough to one you can blow on their faces to make them terribly uncomfortable. Sure, let's try it. The kobold makes a loud growling noise as you lean. Blow on the kobold hard. Ah! What human doing? Keep blowing. Stop! Human, stop! In a violent burst, the kobold sneezes. He almost loses his grip on the crossbow in the process. Well done. You're starting to feel dizzy. You don't get the crossbow. You don't get the crossbow. The tension rises. Blood pumping. Be ready. The kobold attempts to grab something at his side. Wait. Why? A bolt. Oh no. You realize now where the crossbow's aimed. It will hit your heart. But it's not loaded. Ost reaches forward with incredible dexterity. He's reloading in one swift motion. Bad cleric! Kobold rises. He Squeezes the trigger. Oh, well, at least we passed our death saving throws. Direct hit. But somehow you open your eyes. How is human? Sent straight into your gut, the bolt caught on your chainmail. The force was tremendous, however. You stand. This is your final chance. You can feel it. The kobold is still in a shock over your surprise recovery. Make a move. Okay, make your final attempt. Rip the crossbow out of his grip. 20! Oh! With a glorious tug, a tug of violence pain, the suffering of your ancestors, and a deep love for crossbows, you rip the glorious artifact out of its owner's little claws. Gained item, light crossbow. With this crossbow safely in your grasp, the kobold gives you an intense glare, panting, You. He reaches for his sidearm. Oh, an adamantine dagger. You can borrow, okay? No, you have. You get back soon, very soon. That sounds fair. Oh, okay, well. Let's check out our... Whoa, let's add this questing tree. This is so cool. So, Phoenix Folio, after you're in the river, your old spellbook is ruined. Fix your damn spellbook. Seems fresh, almost a month's rent. Okay, cool. Collection week, cool. Okay, this is fun. And we have our inventory. We probably want to eat... oh, sorry. Probably want to eat our apple. Ooh. Let's eat that too. We need that. Incense, easily burned spices and herbs can be used to recover first level spell slots. We don't need that. Yeah, let's equip that. Yeah, cool. We got our crossbow. Okay, we made it up. Still day one. Let's head on up here. Oop. Ooh, something's inside there. Oh, incense. Okay, I should probably speed up the process a little bit, because we are just trying to do a demo version, but God, this game's fun. Let's behold them. Oh, that was a terrible roll. And we can tell nothing. Around the amphitheater scene, you see a number of dwarfs hard at work. They're constructing a banner of some kind, carrying a bright green flag. The banner of Asgal, the fool. One of the dwarfs stands to face you with a furrowed brow. He appears to be in a staring contest with the orc at the other side of the theater. Oi, Mr. City Man, he calls out as you approach. We made it clear already. We're not moving. Not one bit. He shoots you a shit-eating grin. This dwarf gets extreme pleasure from telling you to fuck off like this. What's going on here? Just working. The boys will be done soon enough. You hear the other dwarfs laughing behind him. Nothing illegal going on here. Nothing at all. He's only saying that because he's had to defend himself quite a lot lately. Wait, that must mean he's doing something highly illegal. Stop him. Great, I was worried for a second. He looks at you up and down. Yeah, okay. Great. Very great. Now who are you? Name's Elphaz of Ban Embers, foreman in the Jalgus. Man, I need to figure out. Is Galist movement of Norvik. One of the leading members of the Norvik Council. He's done more good than all of you Orthgard combined. A true speaker for Asgal. Okay, sure. I have some questions for you lads. Yeah, I'm all ears. He gives the older dwarf the stink eye. You boys setting up a play or something? A play? He spits on the ground. We're holding a rally for the cause. This evening, workers across Tolstad will gather to hear the word of Asgal. He turns towards the orc, and no one's gonna stop it. You hear laughing coming from across the theater. Papers, Elphaz! He grumbles and turns back to you. So, what do you want? You seem a little stressed. No, you don't say? So, it is forenoon. I get the lads together, and when we arrive, that accursed woman is standing there. Dwarf shudders. She starts complaining. He reaches for something in his pocket and takes out some documents. We show her the papers. And the papers are no good, she says. Bah! Circle, square, conflict, add it. Real convenient, I say. No, there's nothing wrong with these papers. We are in our own rights to speak out against tyrants and burghers. They are. Bureaucracy. Check the papers. Surely the dwarfs have screwed up somewhere. So she's wrong about the documents? Of course she is. She's a liar, that one. A filthy liar. Elphaz nods and grunts. He knows she's right about the documents, but doesn't want to admit it. It's a bit macabre to hold a rally on top of a morgue, so what's this rally about exactly? Guilds. For decades, there's been collective bargaining between Norvegian workers and the city guilds. Say what you want about Yorth, but he kept a tight leash on the upper class of the city. Blessed be his name. Yeah, but look, it ain't the same since his death. The Free Striders have burrowed into every darn power structure, from paperboys to bookbinders. In less than a dozen years, salaries have stagnated and prices have gone up. They say Free Striderism would make the city rich. I say it makes its people poor. We need change. So you're here to convince a bunch of toasted workers to vote for the Isgelis party? More or less, yeah. But it's also about the spirit of community. Together we can fight against the purchasers of our labor. Alone, we are as brittle as a twig, and the older dwarf pups. A twig in the wind? No, that's not good enough. How about as brittle as boar with rabies? That's good, right? Like a twig in a fireplace. He points to you. That's good. I like that. Anyway, that rally will be a success. We just need to get rid of that orc. So we can call out to all the workers of this magnificent city, he exclaims, as if there was a crowd around him. Vote! Vote with your guts! With your manhood at stake! You too, Mr. City Man. Okay. You know what? Alright, let's have some fun. I'm gonna go talk to this orc. Let's get this orc off your back. It's time we run this. Observes me with great interest. You don't say. Okay, let's try to see. Oh, this agent. Oh, look at that. 19. Level 4 fighter, traveler. She's not settled here. Her belief is weak. She does not use it. Her religion is power. Is she evil? No. Perhaps an arbitrary arm of an institution, but no mere puppet. I'm not trying to pickpocket anything. Okay, let's engage. On the edge of the ruinous amphitheater, you see an orc sitting on one of the many loosened stone blocks. It looks like she's waiting for something, or someone. She hides it well, but the orc is stressed. Perhaps it has to do with the dwarfs. Exuding an air of authority around her, the large woman gives you a wry smile. Her tusks are gleaming. You spot the merchant's mark on her jacket sleeve. A heart with the initials of the Novorkian Free Strider Regiment. What's this? Not often we get Uthgerd around here. She presents her palm to you. Vera is my name. I am the second-in-command guild agent of Tolsted. Nice to meet you. Yes, the handsome orc lady wants you to say a name. Make sure she knows you are a cleric. The showing of the palm is a casual cultural greeting and reads, take her hand. She would love that. Just share my name. Hello, Regan. She shoots you another smile, waiting patiently for you to say something. What's the deal with the dwarves? Oh, them. Complicated as anything. I wouldn't be sitting here wasting my precious day if it wasn't for them. But in short, they're holding an unlawful assembly. They won't let me take a look at the document proving it. Not frustrating at all, she says and winks at you. Explain it to me in detail. The words leave your lips as if you've spoken them 100,000 times before. It's all just an inconvenience. Her eyes say, a pain in the ass. These lovely Asgilists have decided by themselves to hold a rally here in the lovely little circle square. Unfortunately, they need a permission of public gathering, or a PPG. A PPG needs to be approved by the district council. They do not have a proper PPG. And you're just sitting here because, simple really, these dwarfs are ignoring my call to disperse, so I am here as a witness. If they do not leave by sundown, they will be fined or arrested. Why don't you just come back at sundown? I would, if it wasn't for the fact that I need to witness the entirety of the trespassing. Since they were served during the morning, if they do not disperse by sundown, they will be inflicted with an entire day's worth of fines. I'll have an assistant do it, or a secretary, but we're stretched thin as it is with the election coming up. No, I'll just sit here and smile politely. Arrested by whom? She gives you a smug grin. You, perhaps? The monopoly on violence here in Tolstoy is more of a oligopoly. It'll be a roll of the die to see who gets employed to handle these rude dwarfs. Maybe some goblins. The city of Norvik also allows you to employ mercenaries for an extra legal enforcement, but the company likes to avoid that in most cases. As you imagine, mercs tend to lack that finer touch. There's something shady about this. Do it yourself. She laughs. I love your high opinion of me, but even I cannot wrangle a dozen dwarfs all at once. Or however many they are. Hard to keep track. They seem to almost spawn out of the ground. Huh. Trouble would be at least exciting. This is just dull. If only I could get my hands on those PBG documents. Then I could go simply hand them over to the city and go home early. Or rather, head back to the office and complete the orc size, the draft for the marketing meetup. Sorry, I've got a lot on my plate. You're being manipulated. Be careful. I'll solve this. Won't that just be something that you could just swoop in and save my day? That's what I'll do. I'm a hero. You'll see. She laughs. You are indeed. Okay, you know what? Let's go find that office. Is there a map we can look at? Our spellbook, our journal. Ooh, so this is a map. Wiskin's Lair. Whoa, we got so much going on. Okay. So where do I need to go? I don't actually know. Let's find out. Let's just explore a little bit. I promise in the final game I'll probably talk to everyone, but it is getting down late here, and I'm gonna have to go take out the dog, start getting things ready. So I'm speeding up the process a little bit. The most useful tool through human history. Yeah, let's take that bucket. Maybe we can put it on later. This feels like a game that's gonna have a lot of great little jokes and ideas. Things that you can do that I'm just not even thinking about right now. The tea shop. Hey! I don't want to do it yet, though. That's the main quest. We gotta go figure this out. An almost intact and endlessly rising pillar. Centerpiece of Norvik. The Pillar of Jor. You look up at the pillar. Esoteric Ebb. Hey, the name of the game! The relic rises upward. Endlessly upward. To think that such an esoteric object would just sit here in the center of the city. Not much else they can do with it. Just a highly magical rock left over from some time before. It was here before Yorth, and it will be here after you, remaining until the end. A gate to another time. Looks to be a bit broken, cracked. Yes. While the pillar is indestructible, it was once under heavy siege during the most intense moments of the Gate War. Ooh, what's the Gate War? The legendary conflict between the beasts of Jor, the original gods, and the many others who tried to take over Jor toward the end of the Gate era. We have little information about this conflict, but it is known that it led to the closing of the gates and began the Fade era. Several pieces of the pillar float around in the air, especially as it reaches upwards under the clouds above the sky. What kind of power would be capable of damaging this? Gods, the most power of arcanists. How many of these pillars exist? 8. Technically 4, depending on which scholar you ask. There are debates as to whether there are 8 pillars, 1 in each band, or simply 4 pillars that pierce the circular coast and stick out the other side. But ours is the best one. They're all equally useless. It's a sign of your horsepower, so yes, this is the best one. But the fact that no one has managed to make use of them in any way despite their esoteric nature. So the pillars of Jor are regulated to being visual landmarks seen from across the coast through clouds of mist for miles. So what do I do with it? Nothing. It's just a rock to you. You can always attempt to focus on it. Learn from the ancient relic. Get closer. As you do, you feel the air tingle. Power. He is speaking to you. Touch the pillar. Pillar of Jor. You place a hand upon the surface. A slight tingle spreads across your palm. This is a magical object. Have a feeling that you can meditate here. It will take some time, but it could prove invaluable. You know what? I'm exhausted. Oh no. +4. That's a pretty good chance. Close your eyes. You shape your mind in an arrow, shooting it outwards towards the esoteric force. Find the rhythm of Jor's realm. Hear his voice. The cold rock of the pillar turns warm in your palm. You've marked it with your spirit. Marked it? What? You're unsure, but you feel like there are more spots you need to investigate. Feel. Warm and deep. Goes deep down and far up. Lift your hand on the surface and you're able to see normal once again. But you feel like you've learned something. You must keep looking. Soon the pillar's secret will be revealed. You understand plainly. There is more to this pillar you'll need to investigate. In time. And further below. Oh well. Cool. Hey. Let's see who Aaron the kiosk kid is. Wow. Never mind. Nothing. Hello there, sir. The kid behind the counter taps a pile of newspaper. You a postie? What the fuck did you just call me? Oops, I accidentally clicked to read magazines. Great, we got a bunch. You like fiction, tales of terrible tombs, or maybe the Weekly Homestead if you're looking for a new place. I like fiction. Same. There's so much shit out there. Hard to know what's decent. The kid looks distraught. Never mind. Welcome to the Pillar Kiosk. How can I help you today, sir? Yes, I want to buy something, but I also have questions. Questions about what? Mostly about the tea shop. Okay. Looks down the road. Not too much traffic lately, so sure. Ooh. What do you know about the tea shop? Except that it exploded? That part's pretty obvious, so yes. I was here, you know. Saw it with my own 2 eyes. Look over your shoulder towards the tea shop across the street. Heard it too. Definitely heard it. Walk me through it. Okay, I set up the kiosk at dawn. By noon, the morning rush had calmed down. I remember the bike rack was full. Waterline workers mostly commute on the new bridge and flotilla, but the halfway bridge does see a fair share of bikers every day and night. But by noon, it was pretty dead, which is great. Less work for me. Also, no dead in the streets. That too, sure. I hid in the back. Thought it was, you know, attack. He's implying political motivation. How loud was it? Super loud. And shaky, too. I almost fell over. What about the fire? I felt the heat, even all the way over here. It was like the kid gestures a large spear for you. Really weird fire. Then he mutters, shrinking the size of his imagined sphere. Gone in an instant. Weird fire? Yeah, it was like it was gonna sound really weird. Just say it, kid. It was blue. Blue fire indicates extreme temperatures. Only for a split second. When I looked again, the whole building was on fire, but it was normal looking fire. So I might have just imagined it. Did the fire speak to you? He stares at you like a conversation? Yes, like right now. No. I don't know. I don't know what that would be like. Did you see anyone suspicious? Not really, just the normal types. The goblin was arguing with a human by the temple, just some mild shouting about some business thing. Otherwise, pretty dead around noon. Pretty dead around noon here. Anything else you noticed? Yeah, sure, I did see Mr. Drummer. He's the owner of the tea shop. Former tea shop. Usually the tea shop opens on the afternoon on the work days. So it's not weird to see him walking about all day. Chatty fellow. Buys a lot of newspapers. Where was he going? Don't know. Saw him leaving the tea shop right before noon. Right before noon? Yeah. Right before the massive explosion? The kid clicks his tongue. Well, when you put it like that... Look, I don't know where Mr. Drummer is or where he went. Just saw him rushing down the stairs. Guess he headed for Water Lane, like everyone does. Did anyone else enter or leave the tea shop? Nah, just Mr. Drummer, he says, confidence in his voice. It was a boring day, so I pretty much just people watched all morning. Mr. Drummer was the only one I saw leaving the tea shop all day. Well, until the explosion. Did you see him enter? Actually, no. I never saw him enter that morning, so I guess he must have slept there or entered before dawn. No one else entered all morning? Not a soul. Usually, not too many people there in the morning. Or forenoon, really. Forenoon, that's a good word. I like that. People should really say that more often. Feel very Norvician. Yeah? I saw it in the Asgale newspaper once. They like using dwarfish words like that. Though my brother doesn't want me reading those copper papers. Copper, a newspaper printed on magical copper sheets. The quality suffers in the production, but its popularity has skyrocketed within the indie papers around the coast. Still pretty expensive, but nowhere near proper arcane era pressing machines. Keep reading Asgale content, kid. Don't listen to your brother. He's probably a fascist. Don't read that slop. Read City Approved. If it teaches you fancy words like that, then it's probably good to avoid it. Don't want to sound like a stop. I'm dumb to keep reading. Kid nods along. Anyway, about the tea shop owner. Yeah? Did Drummer act strange when he left? Just in a hurry, maybe. We saw him shuffle towards the stairs of Circle Square, probably heading down to Water Lane. Why Water Lane? It's the only place to go. Either that or the Goblin Garden. Or the city below. I don't think Mr. Drummer's a city below type of bird. You sure you saw him? Absolutely, no doubt. He trails off, muttering to himself. He went downstairs to Pillar Crossing. That's all I saw. He was trying his best to remember. I've been going over it in my head. Pretty, shocking stuff. He's just a kid. Shouldn't have to deal with such terrible things. He's strong. Should take pride in that. What can you tell me about the owner of the tea shop? Mr. Drummer's a customer. Seems, nice enough for a bird folk. A passively racist comment. I've heard he hangs out in the Sphinx a lot, and that he's got connection with all sorts of folks. All sorts of folks? Politically. Asgales use the tea shop a lot. I've got some buddies involved in that scene. That's all about the tea shop. Ooh, what can we buy? Can I buy any of that? Let's move on. Hold on. Yes? Can I ask you a favor? Anything, young man. You are the future of the city. I've heard there's trouble down on Water Lane tonight. Please go and make sure that nothing happens. Young Madame at it. I'll do what I can. Again, he says, give him a quick nod. Leave. Okay. Ooh, a treat. You reach into the bin and pull out a somewhat intact Carminium treat. No, do not. No, no, no. You do not eat from the fucking trash. It's okay. It suits you. Okay. I'll put it back. Correct. A man does not consume garbage. Unless it's very tasty garbage. Taking stuff is great, but yeah, you can't take a half-eaten pastry out of the trash, man. Let's ignore the voices and move on. Alright, I know I said I'd talk to everyone, but that'll be later. Oh, I can't even talk to everyone. Okay, so I should probably click on everyone I can interact with. Ooh, a purse. Satchel, looks greasy. Oily instructions. Check that out. Oh, oops. The page of hard-to-read text entitled A Gnome Starter Guide to Esoteric Memorization. You hold up the paper, finding it actually be torn out of a book. The name of the margin suggests the book to be called A Gnome Starter Guide to Esoteric Memorization. Let's read it. The first step is understanding esoteric memorization is understanding the underlying powers at play. Joe's strings stretch across this coast, invisible to the eye, connected to all things living and dead. A spell is simply a set of rules you must follow in order to manipulate those strings into an esoteric effect. Yet those rules are themselves esoteric in nature. As such, most wizards will find it impossible to remember more than a handful of spells at a time. This is the big divide between cantrips and actual spells, as cantrips are both easy to remember and will not consume a spell slot. Spell slots are the common representations of how many spells of each spell level a caster is able to perform without rest. As a gnome, you are naturally gifted in the art of illusion magic. Other schools will be more difficult to memorize. A suggested harmless spell to use in training is the first level spell Grease. To increase your chances of memorization, attempt to cast it at least 2 times a day. In the margin, there's a handwritten note that you managed to spot. It's written hastily in bold, like the author really wanted to hype themselves up. Oily instruction says, every evening and every lunch break at work, remember, you can do it. Poor gnome. An esoteric mishap. Magic is a blade without a handle, and so on. Indeed, Grease is a dangerous spell. Intensely dangerous. We're going to learn it. You quickly memorize a piece of paper. That's something that lasts, at least. Whoa, look at this fucking bird. I want to talk with you, bird. You see a bird sitting on the halfway bridge in ruins. It is large, its beady eyes staring out into nothing. Greetings, servant of the river. The bird does not appear to react to you. The giant seagull, you have a number of traumatic runs on them during your youth. They're a native Ascani bird. They are an opportunistic feeder upon the coast, hunting the various large and monstrous fish and crustaceans, as well as scraps left by folk. They are seldom aggressive, despite their size. They are not normally a danger to anyone. Oh well, let's pet the birdie. As you reach forth, the gull doesn't seem to react until it snaps at your fingers. The pinch of pain. I should stop. Right. Take a step back and the bird observes your movement. It does not want a pet, so yes, stop. Okay, yeah, sorry for trying to pet you, buddy. Speaking of birds, though, I'm going to pause this and I am going to go feed my animals. They are... Now I have 3 cats, a dog. I love them all. So much, and they need to eat. Oh, an oppressive landlord. Great. Whoa, we unlocked everything. Oppressive? He is a good landlord. He takes care of his tenants. He makes sure there's a decent amount of service being done. Maintenance, safety checkups. He's nowhere near the worst landlord in Tolstoy alone. Yet he holds the key to shelter, one of the pillars in the hierarchy of needs. There's something inherently oppressive about playing into the system, to profit within it, to a senseless degree. It is unearned wealth. Yet he is but a person in the system. Should we limit a private citizen's ability to leverage his investments and profits? Should the free market dictate how and where folk get to live? Is this merman a bad person for playing the hand in a world built upon the whims of capital? You do not know. Everyone has an opinion. Here we go. So we're back here. Oh yeah, that's right. I need to go feed the animals. I'll be right back. Okay, cats are fed. Ready to keep going with this. Yeah, picking up the pace though. It is getting late here. Ooh, what's this? The Drunk Sphinx. Opens at 1800, so we can't go in yet. Okay, so we got this conflict to solve. We ran around. Ooh, we got this to check out. The Goblin wall art. A green face is splattered across the facade. Staring wildly across the flaming sky, the dragon spread across it. Or something like that. What does this tell me about the state of Norvik? Nothing really. All folk seek a belief. They have simply made one out of the supposed dragon lady. A coherent thought from the red one? Impressive. They should worship Yorth instead. There we go. Back to insanity. Take a step forward. The painted stone surface is smooth. This is no cheap dwarven rock. This is gate-era architecture, disguised among the rest. You feel an esoteric urge to communicate with the object. Ooh. Let's try it. Oh, didn't make it. Your focus falters. There's nothing to answer you. But something is there beyond the silent hard stone. Try again tomorrow, perhaps. Yeah. We'll save that then. Oh, look at this cool little dude. Braxel Pencilwing. Devil, level 2 scribe, surprisingly content, hard worker, has a nested interest in the current regime. Devils used to be allowed into the city only on work visas, so he could have served for several decades. Somehow, you just know the devil would gladly organize a mass genocide against non-human. Oh. Well, fuck this dude. Eh? You raise your head towards the sky. Above you sits a tiny red creature. His wings flutter faintly in the wind. He's just a little guy with wings, reading his little newspaper. The fiend throws a quick glance your way. He's annoyed. Staring at a piece of paper, he does not acknowledge your presence. What you reading? A sigh escapes the fiend's mouth. He slowly puts down the paper. The paper is actually a torn-out page from a magazine. He appears to be reading an article on the latest debate. I like the funny pictures. I like the articles more. You can read, congratulations. He's mocking you. Wait, he says, leaning in to get a good look at you. Earthguard, a cleric. Hell's you doing here? That reactions. Your presence is uncommon. I'm not allowed on Toasttoad? Of course you're allowed. Just not often you guys are here. I, for one, am very happy for your presence. This place has gone downhill since the city let the goblins and the freestriders run amok. We need some damn order in this place. Wise words. So if you need any legal advice, just let me know. He gives you a tiny, sharp smirk. You should be aware of the fact that this is literally a devil. They're a lawful evil fiend. They are lawyers, soul traders, and either the most efficient type of leaders are the worst type of middle managers. Their numbers are dwindling as of late, but in the Blood City Bay, they still rule supreme. This is the most populated city around the coast, built upon the corpse of Gregorian the Great and Terrible, a sprawling mess of wooden walkways and buildings carved out of the calcified remains. Once famous for its fleet of airships deployed during the Coast War, known as the origin of the Industrial Revolution, and while the new Thazin has overtaken it as the leader in manufacturing, it still stands as one of the most industrious city-states. A good little devil. Oh man, this is a lot to talk about. Let's see if he knows... Ooh, well, what about Charm Person? Charm Person! Such a fascinating spell. Of course, all spellcasters are required to be registered in Norvik. It's the same in all not completely chaotic city-states. There are certain spells that just are not allowed at all, like Fireball is a popular example, but Charm Person is, despite its devilish mind control, legal. It is cast by a registered cleric or city-hired interrogating mage. Private entities are not allowed to learn or cast it, although I promise you, many still do. Can I cast it on you? Sure, but it'd be a waste, since I'm already your friend, cleric. He shoots you a devilish glance. What do you know? You hear about the tea shop? Yeah, of course. Pretty hard to miss flying past Tolstoy. What's your take? It blew up. Not sure what else you want to hear. Why do you think it blew up? Honestly, haven't seen a blast zone like this since the Coast War. You didn't hear this one from me, but the little fellow is helping you out of self-interest, surely. But careful. The scorch marks look like those from a fireball, but not the kind you get from a trigger-happy pit fiend. We're talking high-level wizard stuff. Pit fiends are known to cast third-level fireballs at will. Be careful, cleric. Powerful forces are at work here. Thinking about it for a few more seconds makes it clear to me that it's all a big cover-up. Won't be the first time a city-trained spellcaster goes a little off the hinge. There is corruption in every system, even in the great city of Norvik. Other than that, not to be self-incriminating or anything, but could be a fiend. Aren't elemental. I mean, Waterlane has shipments from Kargamesh every other month. Maybe a fire elemental slipped through. Who knows? A fiend, huh? Don't look at me like that. Worst thing I can do is turn into a bat. An abnormally handsome bat, of course. But I'd suggest having a chat with the owner of the tea shop. Who knows what feathers were ruffled, eh? He gives you an ominous chuckle. Cool. Yeah, let's move on. Ooh, the garden goblin is ahead. You feel it. What is this? A shard? Shard of Jor. What is that? A bright rock. It fits your hand nicely. These can be found all over Norvik, and some speculate there are shards of Jor's pillar. To untrained eyes, they have no inherent value, but you might use these to alter fate itself. Spend in dialogues to unlock dice checks. Oh, cool. So that is ahead. Anything else over here? Ooh, a pipe. Look down the pipe. Crawl inside now. Okay. You get down on your hands and knees in the dirt. Put on your home face in the entrance of the pipe. You can't seem to get further without immense force. You can do it. Just press harder. Enter the hole. Dexterity 19. Yeah, we're good. Let's give up. Pussy. Smart move. A little bit late. The hole is made for you, and yet you do not fit. Strange. It's to solve all the mysteries, after all. Oh well. Soul, the currency of the golden horde. A faintly self-glowing square coinage, a mixture of amber and gold. Okay. Come back to you. Oh, I thought I saw a person there and I got excited. Oh, can we pray here? Let's prepare spells. Okay, so we can do... Can we do more than one? Oh, we can. Oh, we can do all 4. Let's do it. We have 3 spell slots, but then at least we'll have that figured out. Okay, coins and incense. Let's do it. Let's go see the dragon. Are you blocking our way? You're blocking our way. Wisdom. You find a goblin standing at the tip of Tolstead. Behind him, a vast view of the mouth of the river Torna. A little weasel. Let me guess. You're the cleric. The cleric, yes. Yes, I am a cleric, that's it. He nods, looking tired and annoyed. The path of being a cleric is becoming even more familiar. Gain 15 XP for choosing this class 3 times. Nice. I'm Snail, runner and handler of the HWBT. Old lady's been waiting for you. This old lady must be his chieftain, the matriarch of his tribe. Greet the goblin kindly. This is the beginning of a great cultural corporation exchange. Right. Time to mingle with the lesser creatures. One of these goblin salutes would indeed be perfect. Nice to meet you, Snail. You raise your arms up into the air as one should when greeting an uncivilized tribal goblin. He's being charmed, of course. Cleric. What are you doing? Lower your hands, I'm sorry. Goblin clears his throat. The goblin looks around, clearly struggling to find the right words. Sleep deprived? Okay. Right. Head down to the garden throat, but He waves his claw towards him. What's all this? You look like human shit. He's making a playful jab. Don't worry about it. Everyone has an opinion. This distrustful dress choice of this goblin sure looks like shit as well. Whatever do you mean? Whistle. I fell into the river. I died and was reborn. None of your concerns, goblin. Let's tell him that we fell in the river, that we died and were reborn. Now that's, he says, pointing at you. That's a good excuse. He laughs and motions down the stairs. Just dust yourself off. The dragon's waiting, and trust me, you do not want to disappoint her. Is she spooky? Tell me more about this lady. Sure, for starters, she's the most powerful woman in Norvik. And considering there was an explosion yesterday right in the middle of her territory, I think it's about time you do your damn job, cleric. Rude. You are on a holy mission. You cannot rush such things. Okay, lead me to her. Good. Well, let's just make it perfectly clear some ground rules. Don't say anything stupid. Don't climb the trees. Stay away from the edges, and, he grinned, showing off his palish fangs. Enjoy the garden, cleric. The goblin scurries down the stairs. He seems to be in a hurry. He is nervous. That makes you nervous. She's just another warlord fighting over scraps. Don't let her get to you. You look out at the river. The cold Ascani wind seeps through the cracks of your helmet. Earth be blessed. He is always with you. Follow him down the stairs. Let's go. These railings follow the Safety Council standards of 22. Oh yeah, they do. Okay, here we go. Oh, there's so many people. Your stomach twists. Beware her illusion. Ooh, stairs going down. Let's not go down those yet. Ooh, some mushrooms we can take. Did you just rip these mushrooms out of a pot? What? Why did you do that? What? It was cultivated there. Oh man, I'm just so used to a game just picking up everything. There's my right to... Nature is yours to mold. Someone worked hard cultivating those, and now you've just taken them. Can I put them back? No, of course. No, you'll have to live with it. What did I take? Okay, well I needed some hit points, so... Let's go down here. Oh, never mind, we can't do that. I thought... Well, I don't know what I was thinking, I was just curious. So there's Neil, and then... Here she is, the dragon herself. Okay, let's talk to her. You approach the throne, the sprites flutter, their glow illuminating the trunk of this great tree, its roots reaching far below, its branches holding up the dirt ceiling above. On the throne sits a tiny goblin, her smirk as bright as it is threatening. Her eyes follow you with the intensity, reminds you of a certain pale man. So this is the dragon. Yes, I can see it. Her glare is magnificent. Cleric of Norvik, of Yorth and River. Her shrill voice echoes out through the chamber. She's talking to you. You're the cleric. I was assured by your masters, the top brass of the palace itself. Her words are tainted in disdain. Her voice causes you to shiver. They told me a cleric of the highest standing would arrive within the hour. Toll, Orv's brother and mystical explorer of Asken, founded several towns along the river Torna and famously never returned from his expedition to the infinite wastes. The word told has nothing to do with this historical figure. So tell me, human. You should run. No, wait, you can't, but you should. Why am I sitting here waiting? An immense presence. You have no power here. Every word you say here could have a profound impact on the rest of this quest of yours. My masters are idiots, but I'm here now, don't worry. Her frown quickly turns into a grin. Since we're on the same page, then. Her expression, she is appeased, for now. You can sense the dread in the air fade, yet hers is a frightful presence. You need to stand. Do not let her impact your stature. You can't take this much longer. You need to get out of here. Constitution, do not become frightened. Frightened. Okay, so minus 3 DC, which is nice. Okay, perfect. You brace your entire being as you meet her glare. With trembling innards, you resist. Such an incredible aura emanating from this creature. It must be esoteric in nature. She lifts her chin. You stand. Good. She's not impressed, just happy you did not completely lose your mind. The dragon leans on her armchair, letting out an exhausted groan. It is vexing to watch my streets descend so far. Are you even aware, cleric? A local business caught up in an inferno in the middle of the day, right on Pillar Road. My road. The way she says that causes you to tremble. And yet, Magistrate Darrow, she spits the name out like it's a curse word, he alone believes the Halfway Bridge tribe does not have jurisdiction over this particular location. She appears to have been stewing over this annoyance for some time. Her anger is pure and intense. She's trying to reel it in. Why does Darrow say that? Because he's a fool, born of nepotism and alcohol. Horrific slander. Where's your usual jurisdiction? She leans back and picks something from between her fangs. I have an official recognition of law on Lower Tolstead. The definition of it has always been vague. Some see it as anything below ground, some see it as below water level. And where exactly is the tea shop located? She glares at you. It is, or was, rented off on the corner of the central fort just above the holes next to the pillar. She snaps her finger towards the goblin to her right. Snail. That means it's part of the core foundation of this island fortress. Therefore, the property is legally an underground rental unit, he says, bowing his head. Lady. My people have been handling that damn crow's contract for years. But no, suddenly when the entire unit goes up in flames, that's when my people no longer have the right to enter the premises, to deal with it, to clean up even. No, suddenly it is the city's business, and we should keep our noses out of it. Corruption. Plain and simple. Sounds shady. Her sharp glare stabs at you. Normal business in Nordvik. And don't get me started on the actual effect this has on my people. Snell, she says and beckons towards the comely goblin. He approaches the roots and takes a bow. Lady Sageleaf. Then he turns to you. The magistrate says it was an accident involving a fireplace failure. They've yet to send anyone in to actually investigate the scene. You want to check it out yourselves? Of course. The lady glances at him, to which he responds by making a nervous face. He's embarrassed. The explosion occurred on the 21st of March, just past noon. 3 minor injuries reported in the area. Luckily, foot traffic was so low at the time of the incident, so despite the massive kaboom, no dead folks. Who are the injured? We only managed to get one name in the chaos. A certain Frank, son of Frank, was said to have walked away with lesser burns. That's the sort of prefix used by your folk, a human most likely. It is honorable to name a son after the father. He was apparently dressed in a fancy yellow outfit, whatever that means. Beyond that, we have some conflicting accounts. One person said, quote, he looked like one of them dungeoneers, you hear, a real adventuring man, end quote. Another said, looking to get out of trouble, had him right down the stairs to Water Lane. Dungeon or Water Lane? Both sound like trouble. Frank, son of Frank? Yeah? Yeah. Cool name. Sure. Down to Water Lane? Yeah. Seems like he was heading in the direction, though down could mean a number of things, Water Lane included. Fancy yellow outfit? I'm assuming some type of Reedsian fashion. Was he inside at the time? I doubt it, he says, considering the state of the building. Where is he now? We don't know. You just let him leave? I wasn't there, cleric. But yes, the militia did let him leave, since they were busy dealing with the fire. Although one of the militia members mentioned to him calmly walking away down the stairs. Maybe down to the crossing, or I don't know, somewhere else. Why was he there? We don't know. He's annoyed to have to answer that question. Snail gives a nervous look at his master before answering you. We have theories, but we need proof. The lady raises a claw. The unraveling has begun, cleric. Secrets in the ashes. Corruption. Madness. She claws at her wooden throne. Politics. Rambling of fools. Bureaucracy wears her down. This is clearly the work of a rogue spellcaster. Someone who cannot go unpunished. Justice. Yes. A spell would indeed be the only logical answer for such destruction. I will bring justice to Norbeck. I certainly hope so. The lady clears her throat. She demands respect. She gets it. I formally declare a joint venture. The Halfway Bridge Tribe and the Uthgard City Cleric shall investigate the tea shop on Pillar Road and bring justice to those who seek to harm the peace. No creature, foul or fair, shall escape my rage. The words seep out of her maw, burning the air. Every goblin in the chamber looks upon her in awe. She is theirs to serve. The dragon has spoken. So this is about revenge? Revenge? No, cleric. A gardener does not seek revenge upon the hell snail. Hell snail, a small icy mollusk spread in esoteric weather events upon often wreaks havoc on crops and roofs alike. They are simply eradicated. There's more. This is about keeping the peace, nothing more. Snail, she says, waving towards him. Yes, Lady Sageleaf, he says, bowing his head. You're the handler of this case. You worked on it since the explosion. You know more than anyone. I want you to represent the tribe in this venture. His face lights up. A goblin and a cleric. Together, you will have access to both Upper and Lower Tolstead. His expression is that of a shock. He did not expect this. Dragon of Tolstead complete. Do not disappoint me, Snail. It appears you've received a party member on your divine mission. Sad it had to be a damn goblin. A new member to the party? He ignores you. The goblin takes a deep bow. Yes, Lady Sageleaf. Your will be done. The mystery of the tea shop shall be uncovered. The sooner the better. First priority is the tea shop. We need to gain access. New goblin companion gives you a quick wave. Let's go, cleric. Snail has joined you as a companion. You can speak with him if you need help finding your way across Tolstoy. The lady is keeping information from you. You should investigate the tea shop thoroughly. How do I gain access to the tea shop? Talk to your boss, Darrow. Or I guess he's not your direct boss or whatever, but you'll need to get an audience with him if you want to get inside the tea shop. And we should go look for that witness. Yeah, our Frank, dressed in yellow. He winces. Either over on Water Lane or down in the city below. Yeah. The port of the dungeon. I suggest the port. It's slightly less life-threatening, generally speaking. Yeah, let's go with the port, though. Yeah, let's go. Can you tell me how to get there, though? You approach the command. Let's watch it. Remind me, what am I going to do? Where do I sleep tonight? I don't know, cleric. It gives you... Can't pay the city for something? You're cleric, for God's sake. Can I sleep in the goblin guy? No, or I mean... He thinks about it for a second time. No. I'll just skip sleeping for now. Good luck with that. Let's go. Oh, so we have one level exhaustion. That's fine. We're gonna keep running with that. Where does this go? Tunnel to Central Tolstad. Tunnel to the lower layer. Yeah, let's go Central. Pillar Crossing. Ooh, can we touch this again? Pillar of Jord towers before you. He's speaking to you. Touch the pillar. You place your hand up on the smooth surface. The whisper gets louder as something to you. Something weird. A conversation? Guess you can try to join in. Ooh, -3. So I got disadvantage and advantage. Okay. Whoa, we passed! Hell yeah. Speak hello? The goblin perks up. Nah, not me. Sorry. Pillar vibrates. Hello? The whisper lies inside of you, or something. It says, he is here. Who is here? It says, divinity. It says, death. It says, necrocrot. What? The voice ends. Your hand is repealed from the surface. Ouch, step back, weird. You understand plainly. There's more to this pillar you need to investigate. In time, and further below. Randor says, Simi, son of Stoneback. Okay, I don't think we have any reason to talk to you right now. Maybe you'll find Son of Frank here. RNA. Sneal. Hey, it's your house. Let's enter it. No, we never did try. Oh, okay. Well, that didn't work out well. Oh, welcome to my pad. Go ahead, root around as much as you want. Thank you for letting me in. I'm not sure how this is in any way useful for the job, but let me know when you're done looking around. It's a nice apartment. Yeah, I'm not here a lot. Come last. I'd argue it's much better than usual. One time I was on a date, brought her back here. A girl? Terrible idea. The date was already going poorly. Imagine her expression when she steps in. There's a pile of reports all over the floor. A black drain in the kitchen sink and 15 confiscated bowls of pixie dust piled on the corner. Let me tell you, it took her 10 seconds to come up with an excuse. As his laughter fades, he looks around the place and tells you, anyway, looks better these days. Figured I'm such a neat goblin like everyone says, I might as well keep my apartment clean too. Huh, I guess people change. Time changes all things, it's true. No need to get all deep with it. What about you? The question cuts little tiny holes in your inside skull. Clerics are popular, right? Avoid, abort, alert. He is not allowed to ask you such personal things. I will try. Nope. Just change it. Now. What, but won't that be weird? Weird. The nerves are withering. You're shivering in front of him. Just from him asking a simple question. It's already weird. Now speak. Huh? I'd rather talk with someone else. Snail stares at you for approximately 6 seconds and opening up his mouth says, I understand. He'll allow you to move on. Phew. Sorry. Never mind. Do you have anything else to say about your life? Me. Not really. For the last few years I've been focused on the halfways and whatever that old lady needs of me. Don't mean to sound all ungrateful though. I do love it. It's real rewarding. You're clearly good at what you do, whatever that is. He laughs. I ask myself that same question sometimes. The goblin takes a breath. I'll tell you to look at it from a goblin perspective, but let me put it like this. Lady Sageleaf gave me options in a world of railroad tracks. I gotta help my people and get real fucking good at it. So for now, I'm gonna keep doing it. Better than getting bored, that's for sure. This definitely is not the type of job that ever leaves you bored. He grins. Anyway, anything you want to chat about, or can we get going? Oh, yeah, we can get going, man. Let me respect your place. Because I don't even know where I'm going. What's this? Leads outside eventually. Okay, let's go. Let's follow this winding path. 11:59. Yeah, it's still 11:59, so guess it doesn't matter that it said eventually. Those before left many holes. Oh, this led back up here. Okay. So I want to get to the waterway. How the hell do I get there? What's this? Turn to the garden, back after lunch. Nessun. And ask for ingredients. You can surely take some. No, I'm not going to take from Nessun. It's rude. I don't even know Nessun. Oh, right here. And up we go. I feel like I've been playing this game for a long time and it's just been great. I'm excited to see where everything leads. Okay, I need to figure out where to go next. I wanna figure out how to get to the waterway. Oh, a bike. Can we take this? That one bike stands out to you. Let's engage with it. Handful of bicycles are stationed on a local rack. Bike racks are stationed in many places around the city, usually in locales with lots of stairs. There's a stillness here, an uncommon sight at the heart of the city. This particular bike is yours. Check the chain lock. You lean and take a closer look. The rusty chain seems brittle, but wrapped so hard around the tire that it'd be annoying to get it off even if you had the key. Why would you wrap it like that? You should take better care of this magnificent bike. Good! Now no one will take your bike. Not even you, apparently. Yes, you fool. Keep up. Sure is best way to travel in Norvik, except, of course, on this godforsaken island forces. You see anything strange about this bike? No. It's a bicycle. He does not care. Remember what the key is, Cameron's. First of all, you don't ask me. You're an adult. Do what you want. Secondly, how the fuck are you going to take a bike around Tolstead? You're going to carry it up and down the stairs? This bike rack is set up here so that people can leave bikes before heading down the stairs to Water Lane. Sounds a bit annoying. Yeah. If you find a pocket bike, that's another thing. It's goblin size. But leave this one be, cleric. You got work to do. You want to know a secret? Not particularly. This is my bike. Yep. That seems to add up. I love this bike. Uh-huh. You like bicycles? Not particularly. Oh, that's so funny. The halfway bridge that connects to the palace and the rest of southern Norway. Well, it's not going to tell me much. A girl born from Asgalist Wave in an Asgal household. She comes from a fallen Asgal state. She is an Asgalist. Where is she? The dwarven girl gazes around the halfway bridge before eyes land on you. She says nothing for a while, just staring at you. No real reaction on her face. Hi, I'm the cleric. She looks around at you nervously. You feel a growing pull towards being a cleric. You're worrying her by your presence alone. I'm waiting for a friend, but she hasn't shown up. A damsel in an arguable state of distress. I'm getting worried. I can help with that. Get excited about a potential yet very minor quest. Okay. Do we really have time for this? Snail whispers to you. She fits through her hands and clears her throat. This girl's neurotic and introverted. That's a mean way of phrasing it. But it is true. Her body language reveals way too much. She had glasses. She wears a green coat. She's a human, but not that much taller than me. We were supposed to meet up here, but she hasn't shown up yet. I'll go look for your friend with glasses. Thanks. I don't spend much time on Tolstoy alone, so I'm a bit lost. So thanks. Yeah, let's go find your friend. That sounds rough. Come back at midnight. Empty barrel. Active machinery inside. Water line. So was it just down those stairs then? Am I just making this really complicated? Is there some detail I totally missed? Probably. Ooh, what's this? Central Temple of Yorth. Street sign, can you look at it? I'm trying to. The wooden boards faintly glowing letter on them. Floating just an inch off the surface, the names of several locations are spelled out. Common type of magical ink. Creates permanent messages on any surface. This appears to be a more advanced kind, with a magic mouth-like ability. It can react temporarily to your commands and reshape temporally. Wait, I want to go to Waterline View. Down the temple steps, across the circle square, through the garden tunnel, over the pillar I need to go over the pillar crossing. Wow, I need to go all the way back to where I was. And here we go. Back and around and down the stairs. Getting lost in a brand new game. Running around trying to use our time. Still getting lost every day. Guess we might as well look for this woman while we're running around. don't imagine we'll find her. Did I just miss her somewhere? Okay. Yeah, we said we'd help you. I guess we're not really helping you. Oh, there's a cat. There's a cat. There's a cat. Black cat. Let's talk to the black cat. On the ledge overlooking the garden, you spotted black cat. Calm as can be, it doesn't even care that you stomp up next to it. A proud beast. Treat it with respects. Greetings. Who might you be? The cat lifts its head. Its dark eyes squint at you for a second. Sniffs the air. Then ignores you once again. It knows more than it lets on. Wisdom comes from knowing when to act and when to not. If you wish to hold a proper conversation with this magnificent creature, you need to find the first level spell speak with the animals. Pet the cat. Yay! You reach towards the cat's head. It meets your palm and nuzzles up against it. Yes! Glorious! What a sense of divine validation. Such independence and arrogance. You should get a cat. Alright, so I need to get speak with animals. Because, yes, this is a D&D game. So cool. Engage with this. Guard a monument. Embedded in the earth, you find a weather-bitten stone. Whatever god of symbolism this once denoted, time has ground it down. It is a monument to nothing now. There's something here, but can you understand its purpose? It is cold. Your hands run across the stone, finding it more coarse than you thought. The ridges in the spiral are even smoother. You find they are not at all coarse. You realize this was most certainly an esoterically constructed art piece. What's more, you do feel an outline of scripts, symbols. Your fingers trace them faintly along the spiral of the snail. The symbols do not mean anything to you. If you had comprehend languages, you could find that. Okay. So I need to find comprehend. So I need to find comprehend before doing anything else. There. Comprehend seems like it'd be great. Okay, now we know where to go. Come over here as we run around. We're gonna cross the pillar. We're gonna get all the way to Water Lane. Oh, there was somebody here. I guess time. They've moved on. Drunk Sphinx. Oh, okay, so that's not even open. Oh my gosh, so was I in Water Lanes and I just didn't know it? The depths of Tolstoy. You look useful. 23. This has to give us everything, right? She's dressed in a fine silken robe like a noblewoman. Her hair is short and coarse, the rebellious kind, but Yorthorok nobility nonetheless. Why is she down here? Not many of her kind think the company of Waterlane workers and goblins. Hold on! You recognize her. This is... Freydis Darrow, the daughter of the Colnoid. Oh, maybe you can tell me where your dad is. The girl looks across the chasm. She's pretending not to look at you. Clear your throat loudly. She slowly turns her head towards you. What? What do you think I'm gonna ask you? Don't know. Don't care. She looks uninterested. I'm gonna actually ask you something very interesting. Sure. Still don't care. How rude of her. Makes you mad. Tell her she's stupid. You're very rude. Sure. Now go away. Hold on. You're the daughter of the magistrate. Why are you sulking around in these parts? What? No, I'm not. No, you are. I'm sure of it. She glares at you. And how exactly would you know that? I can see it on you. It's obvious. I have a deep insight to people, you know. She scoffs and looks exceedingly annoyed. But you can see it. And you can see how she is worried. Why? You don't need to be scared. I'm here to help. The girl turns towards the stairs. Stop bothering me. She storms away, head held high. Interesting outcome. What a strange lady. Why was she so mad? She is the daughter of Darrowman heritage, an ancestor to Borgo Darrow himself. Angering her was a mistake, surely. Ooh, attend to Water Lane View. Yeah, we'll go there in a second. Yeah, okay, let's go there now. Because we need to get permission to look in that house. Read and mend. Democratic propaganda. Well, what's wrong with that? Street sign, it says Upper W View, Lower W Docks. Oh man, okay. This actually seems like a good stopping point. I feel like I'm starting to rush through it just because I have a lot I need to do tonight before finally getting some rest for tomorrow. So I'm actually going to stop here. I realized this demo is going to be so long. What a great demo. Have an amazing night, y'all. Thanks for joining in. Like I said, I am the bad but enthusiastic gamer, and I am loving this game. Am I great at it? Absolutely not. I'm already losing out on some facts just trying to keep up with everything. But yeah, this is an incredible game, and I'm excited to dive more into it later with this demo. Have an amazing night, y'all.